What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to My Hero Academia, this time of season 7, episode 19, I think it is. I think it's 19. I think we've got 2 weeks left, which is good news. But yeah, last week's episode was fantastic. One of the best episodes of this season. And to be honest, again, in general, these last 2 seasons have been 2 of the best in My Hero Academia, I think. The original seasons were very nostalgic, but again, just yeah, I think these 2 have been my favourite. Again, last week's focusing on the Todoroki family, which was fantastic. I'm really excited for today's episode. It'll be Toga versus Uraraka, which I've been really looking forward to. Battle of the Girls, so yeah, excited for that. Let me know what you guys think about this one there down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. This one's actually been hyped up for quite a while as well, hasn't it? We've had little teasers and such here and there with Uraraka and Toga. Toga's been a real point of interest over the last couple of seasons for me, as much as she hasn't had a massive focus. We've had a few episodes kind of focused on her. I liked the episode with her and Dabby. I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, with Twice's death, she had quite a reaction. Yeah, I think this could also be one of my favourite episodes, actually. Clutch from Todoroki. So I think Dabby survived. From the comments and such I read last week, it seems like he survived that. People were like, oh, Todoroki ended up kind of saving him. I thought it was a case of like, he didn't exactly save him, but he saved the massive explosion, of course. But no, it looks like Dabby, it might be a little bit of hope left for Dabby, I don't know. Even if he does die, I appreciate the fact that he kind of got time with his family last week. Even if the circumstances obviously aren't, aren't what you want. I wonder if we will see Stain have any kind of major impact himself, not his like philosophies and such. They're always impacting the story, but yeah, I wonder if we'll actually see him have any kind of major kind of plot point or anything coming up. I'm also kind of expecting them to change that part of the opening as well. Gunga Villa site. Those eyes, man. A girl's ego. Okay. So, as I've been saying about this whole season, when we have a load of Dabbies, a load of Twices, imagine it's incredibly hard to animate. Last episode was probably one of the best looking this season, so let's not expect that level today. And I'm not trying to be negative there, but as I said, it's just a fact that when there's this many Twices, it's a lot of work to do. Well, considering there's that many, they can clone themselves. You've got to imagine there's a lot of blood. Although, yeah, you've got to ask, does it work with the clone's blood? I don't know. God damn, look at look at Hawks. Hawks. No quirk anymore, just standing there, hold his ground still. Fair play, man. She's just like calmly, just yep. Sorry guys, I do, yeah, cool. I'll make sure I add the sound on. Oh, let's be real here. There's like a million Twices anyway. AQ normal. That worked well, didn't it? Fucking hell, that was a lot of slobber. Bloody hell. I mean, again, as awful as these parents are, you obviously blame them, but you can't blame them too much. I mean, inherently the quirk she's got, it really is like, it's not going to make her weird, but it is like a strange quirk, isn't it? It's like, well, in this society, in this My Hero Academia society, obviously it's more normal than it would be in like, but you've got to imagine, how would this be seen in the human world? Like, you probably wouldn't be hearing about this baby. It would probably would be like locked up in some kind of like special facility, kind of researched and kept the normal population safe, because yeah, I mean, it is odd, isn't it? But obviously her parents are pretty fucking terrible at dealing with this, aren't they? It's like she's never once been, it doesn't seem like she's ever once been what's the word for it, been nice to. I don't know what the word for it, comforted and been made to feel normal. Again, we know she isn't, but like in this world with this quirks, to feel weird in a world like this really would be made to feel very alien, because yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I don't know why this face here, she kind of reminds me of like Gizmo from yeah, from those movies, from the Gremlin movies. Cute little Gizmo. Yeah, parents, understandable to an extent. I would kind of freak out a little bit if my daughter was like this, but I'd at least try and make her perhaps feel normal or something, not just like, yeah, not just give up on them. And it's a situation you can't really compare to anything. That's the thing, isn't it? What the hell was that? Yeah, it's kind of hard to relate because again, there's not really many real life situations too much like this for me anyway. And I feel like I relate and understand people pretty well. But maybe that's just based off my experiences. But yeah, of course, we all feel for. I feel for Toga and her childhood. Because again, I can relate to it to some extent, but just not that extreme. Not nearly that extreme. Oh shit. Ah, she got stabbed. I've always hated. I'd much rather live in the UK in terms of safety wise, but I've always hated the fact that I probably would rather get shot than get stabbed. Always just hated the thought of that feeling. I don't know. If I was to die, I'd much rather be by a gunshot. But, oh, very nice. Vampire Camilla. John Camilla actually fits her quite well, I think. Totally makes sense for her, doesn't it? Why would she use an alias? She actually finally gets like live as herself. Freedom. Be who she is. But it is also like an interesting point. Even if you do like, it's really weird because even if you do like see Toga as like evil or wrong, and again she was definitely strange as a child, but there's that like it's like that nurture versus like nature thing. I think that's just well the nurture of her parents definitely led her towards this as well, because again really didn't seem like great parents, but I think there is like just an essence of she always would have been similar to this anyway, but is that like one who decides if that's right or wrong. Obviously down the line she's done quite a lot of wrong things, so there's that. But like is it all right just to like lock up a kid just because you know they will be a criminal even if they haven't really done anything yet? Is it okay to lock up someone you know is going to be a murderer, for example? Then they're going to murder an innocent person though they haven't done it yet, but you know they will. There's a very interesting like obviously Psycho Pass is quite an interesting anime about stuff like that. And yeah, it's like, is there time to change that person? Evidently it hasn't worked in this case, but yeah, it's just like, can you deny her existence? I think it is pretty wrong to just deny her existence totally, but I also obviously think killing and stabbing people and so on is wrong as well. So it's a difficult kind of line, and it's a difficult kind of distinction between stuff like that. It's interesting to think about. That's why I've always been looking forward to seeing more of Toga's kind of storyline in this season. And the little bits we got, again, we got some really interesting stuff last season about Toga, so been looking forward to this one for a while. You know what, this episode has looked pretty good. Again, especially considering the sheer amount of work that I had to animate for the Twices. Legion. It's kind of like, what's happening here? Just looks like the Twices are just kind of running past them. Look at him, bro. you can't do anything but appreciate that, man. Oh, what a legend Hawks is. I don't think that's pretty cool, actually. I like stuff like that. Like just the whole world changes for one girl's for one girl. So it's totally ridiculous, but it's also pretty fucking awesome. I don't know. Damn, that's a throwback right there. Years since I watched that. Man, baby Uraraka is always just like the cutest, isn't she? Jesus. Alright, again, apologies, guys. My allergies are acting up quite a bit this morning. Wow. Jesus Christ, Uraraka. Holy crap. Holy crap. Jesus. Why is their organs aren't like exploding right now? Damn, that must be a hell of a sight. Yes. Again, I really like that kind of stuff. It's just like it reminds me a bit of how's the movie? Cabin in the Woods. Where it's like at the end of the movie, spoilers here. They're just like, yeah, fuck the world. I'm gonna smoke a joint. The world can fuck itself. Yeah, this is crazy right here. She said it. Holy crap. I had no worry whatsoever about that, by the way. She was never getting stabbed there. That was quite a terrifying fucking, I don't know what to call it, interpretation of her there though. Oh. Yeah, sorry guys. Might be because it's so early. I love that little change in the design of them to their little kid forms. That was really cute and obviously fitting addition. I love the slow version of the opening as well. There, I think that's the opening. Could be the ending. I'm not 100% sure. Wow, that was really awesome, wasn't it? I was expecting this episode to be really good. As I said, I've been looking forward to it for a while, and that didn't disappoint, did it? Again, even animation-wise, like I said, it feels like every episode before this that we had the Twices, it didn't look awfully great, but they did a really good job. I guess it's because they mainly focused on the Twices this episode rather than them just being like a big part of the episode, having stuff surrounding it. But yeah, that was really well done, wasn't it? I like that a lot. Now let's just talk about boyfriends. Okay, such a trivial thing. Again, I don't know what it is about. Like, I think it's like especially like with women. I really like them when they like say, yeah, just fuck it, fuck all these millions of people. And yeah, I don't know. Every time I like see stuff like that, like especially in horror movies, you get that quite a lot in horror movies nowadays. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I think it's because like in maybe like the 80s and 90s and 70s and such, you'd have like a lot of female protagonists in horror movies, but they'd always be like quite standard. I don't know what it was in like the 2010s, things like Ready or Not, movies like that, where it's just like, yeah, I really like, yeah, movies and stuff like that nowadays, and you didn't get too many of those, but yeah, they did. They didn't change the opening. I said that they'd change the opening. It doesn't look like they will, but they've changed the ending here actually. Okay. Yeah, I really like this bit when yeah. If only, man, if only Uraraka was actually there back then. I also find that scene quite interesting. The fact that all the villains are kind of looking forward, especially like the ones that aren't looking the same way. I think that says something, doesn't it? And it's Toga and Shigaraki, where Spinner's looking fully in that direction. Like, yeah, it could just be the design. I don't know, but I think that maybe says something there, perhaps. Next time. Oh crap! Yeah. Shit. Hey, I can't wait for this. Battle without a quirk. You know what? That'd be so sick if All Might wins this. Battle without a quirk. We got that teased a little bit last week, didn't we? Um, yeah. Is it Chisaki? Is that his name? Again, I was really like I thought season 4 was very overrated. To be honest with you guys, I really didn't like season 4. Again, you guys know the main reason why, because of the whole removal of quirks. Like I just Aizawa's ability. I've never been a massive fan of that, but it's like, oh, it's just one guy with this ability, and it's got this quite extreme condition. But I was never a fan of the fact that there was just like a widespread removal of quirks. It just makes things less interesting when you remove the one of the funnest aspects of the show. Yeah, I really didn't like season 4 very much. Looks like he is back here. Not for long, it doesn't look like. It's got more of Uraraka and Toga, which is awesome to see. Again, great stuff in today's episode surrounding that, wasn't it? But again, I'm super hyped for this. All Might in his Batman arc. Can't imagine what is going to be going on here, but you know, the suitcases. There's going to be some crazy shit in that suitcase, I imagine. But yeah, as much as you'd think this probably shouldn't be a fight, All for One versus All Might right now, I have a feeling this is going to go unbelievably hard, so I can't wait to see that. Again, thank you guys very much for watching. Looks like we are going to get a little bit more of Midoriya and Shigaraki as well, which we haven't seen too much of recently, have we? Which is not a big deal for me, because that is inevitably going to be the kind of climax of My Hero Academia, isn't it? But yeah, it's been a little while since we've seen anything from that fight. But yeah, again, do let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Like I said, it was absolutely fantastic. I love going backstory of Toga again a little bit here, which we covered quite a bit of last season. But yeah, just amazing work from Uraraka there. I thought she was phenomenal today. Again, let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week with what I think is the penultimate episode.